Hello friends, in last lecture we started surface area and volume of a cylinder. We saw some question related to the surface area of the cylinder, and then we started the question related to the volume of the cylinder. Now we'll continue with the same. So here this is the first question that I took from page number 811, example number 16th. Okay, the questions: cost of making the total surface of a closed cylindrical tank at 60 paisa per square dm is 237.60. Height of the tank is 6 times the radius. Okay, and we have to find its volume. So let us see how to solve this. See, one thing that you should notice, that here cost is given in per square decimeter. So whatever the radius and height we assume must be in dm only. So we'll start. Suppose radius is r dm. Therefore, I can say h, that is height, is equal to 6r. Okay, because it is given height is 6r. Now, it is given cost of painting the total surface at the rate of rupees 60 paisa, or the at the rate of 60 paisa per square dm is total cost is given. So I can say TSA multiplied by cost per meter per dm square is equal to total cost. Okay, so here I can say TSA, that is 2 pi r plus h. Cost per dm square is 60 upon 100, and total cost is 237.60. So now I will put the values: 2 into 22 upon 7 into r. Over here r, now h can be written as 6r into 6 upon 10 is equal to 23760 upon 100. So this gives you 44 upon 7 into r into 7r. Okay, r plus 6r, that is 7r, multiplied by here 6 upon 10, I'm keeping as it is equal to 2376 upon 10. Okay, now on further simplification, see, I can cancel this 7 and 7. So on the left hand side, I have r square multiplied by 44 into 6 upon 10 is equal to 2376 upon 10. So this 10 and 10 I can cancel out. So ultimately here I will get r square is equal to 2376 upon 44 into 6. So on simplifying this, okay, this is divisible by 11. So first I am dividing it by 11 directly. 11 fours are this. Okay, now this is divisible by 6. 6 r. So 4 9s are. So r square is equal to 9. So ultimately r is equal to 3 dm. Now we know h is equal to 3r. Therefore h is equal to 9 dm. So here I got the value of radius as well as height. Now simply what I have to do, I have to find the value of volume that is asked in the question. So now volume to pi r square h. At the place of r I can put 3, so 3 square into h is 9. So volume is equal to 22 into 9 into 9 upon 7. So that you have to solve it by your own. Okay. So this is the final answer: 22 into 9 into 9 upon that. So that will be okay, pi r square h. R is 3. Okay, here h is 6r, not the 3r. So here it should be 18 instead of 9. H is 18. Okay, so 22 into 9 into 18 upon 7, that is 509.14. 509.14 dm square. Okay, this is the final answer. So please note it down, then we will see the next question. So this is the next question taken from page 811, example 18th. A well of inner diameter 14 meter is dug 16-meter deep. Okay, so here we are talking about again a cylinder. So there is a well in this way, we can say we have a well in this way. It is dug 14-meter deep. Okay, it is dug 14-meter deep. Its radius is given. As the diameter is given, we can say radius we have. Okay, now the earth taken out of this well has been spread all around to a width of 7 meter to form an embankment. Now, embankment we can say is a platform is all around the well in this way. It is all around the well. In this form, you'll find the embankment. Okay, and its width is given. Okay, that means we can say it's a circular ring whose weight this much is 7 meters. So we have to find the height of the embankment. So this is the height of the embankment that we have to find. Okay, this embankment is again we can say a type of a hollow cylinder actually. Okay, and we know to how to find the volume of the hollow cylinder. Volume of the hollow cylinder is the pi r volume of external cylinder minus volume of internal cylinder multiplied by its height. Height we have to obtain, and external radius or external cylinder, this will be act as internal cylinder and this will be act as the external cylinder. For external cylinder, radius we can find as its width is given. So internal radius plus width gives you the external radius, and the volume of this embankment is equal to the volume of the earth taken out from the well. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. So first of all, uh, for well, I can say r is equal to 14 by 2, that is 7 centimeter. Okay, as well as height is equal to 16 meter. Okay, it's not centimeter, it is again in meters. 7 meter. For embankment, For embankment, I can say now internal radius, that is r, is equal to 7 meter. External radius, capital R, is equal to small r plus width, that is r is equal to 7 plus 7, that is 14 meter. That is the external radius. Now suppose height of embankment is capital H meters. Okay, now simply we can say, okay, now earth taken out of well is spread is spread all around all around all around to form an embankment. Therefore I can say volume of earth taken out of the well must be equal to volume of earth or volume of the embankment. Okay, volume of the embankment. Okay, now volume of earth taken out of the well is volume of earth, that is pi r square h. Now, volume of embankment, this is a hollow cylinder and its formula is pi capital R square minus small r square into its height, that is capital H, I assumed. Now pi and pi I can cancel directly. Now I'll put the small r is 7, 7 multiplied by 7, small h is 16, equal to capital R is 14, 14 square, small r is 7, 7 square, capital H is the variable that I have to find. So 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 16 is equal to. Now here I can apply the identity of a square minus b square, that is 14 plus 7, 14 minus 7 multiplied by height, that is 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 16 is equal to 21, 7 into capital H. So here I can say therefore H is equal to 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 16 divided by 21 into 16. Simplify 7 I can cancel. In this 7 3 are, so 16 by 3 meter is the height of the embankment. So please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, so this is the next question taken from page 812, example 20. Rainwater which falls on a flat rectangular surface of length 6 meter and breadth 4 meter, okay, is transferred into a cylindrical vessel of internal radius 20 centimeter. What we have to find, that what will be the height of the water in the cylindrical vessel. In other words, we can say there is a cuboidal vessel, and from this, okay, water is poured into a cylindrical vessel. So simply, very first thing that we can say, that volume that is collected into this, because we are talking about rainwater, will be equal to the volume of the this cylindrical tank. Okay, by comparing two volumes, will be able to get the height of the water in the cylindrical tank. So let us see. Uh, okay, so volume of, first of all, I will find the volume of rainwater. Volume of rain water. See, here it is given. It's a rectangular surface. That means we are talking about a cuboid. And length and breadth are given, and it is given rainfall is 1 centimeter. That means we can say height is 1 centimeter. So volume of rainwater is equal to L into B into H, that is equal to 600. See here, it is in centimeters. This is also in centimeters, so it's better to convert these two as well into centimeters. So 600, B is 400, and H is 1 centimeter. That is 24,000 centimeter cube. Okay. Now this water, this water is transferred transferred into a cylindrical vessel. Suppose, suppose, or before the cylindrical vessel with radius with r is equal to, it is given 20 centimeter. 20 centimeter. Suppose, okay, suppose height of what in that vessel. Suppose height of the water in the vessel is h centimeters. So therefore I can say this pi r square h is equal to, now here value of pi is given 3.14, radius is also given, that is 20, and h we have to obtain. Okay, so this h can be written as 240,000 divided by 3.14 into 20 into 20. So here h is equal to, let us simplify this decimal. So this 100,000, so 2 to the 4, 6 upon this 314. So this gives you the value of height. So that you have to do by your own. I'm just giving you the final answer, that is approximate equal to 191. Okay, this is 191 approximate value in centimeters. Okay, so please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, so now next question I'll take from exercise 16.2. Okay, next question is from exercise 16.2, page 813, question number 1. Okay, the height of a right circular cylinder, the height of a right circular cylinder is 10.5 meter. 3 times the sum of 3 times the sum of 3 times the sum of the areas of its two circular faces, its two circular faces is twice the area is twice the area of the curved surface of the curved surface. Find the volume of the cylinder. Find the volume of the cylinder. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. Information is the height of the right circular cylinder is 10.5. Okay, height is given directly. Further, it is given 3 times the sum of the areas of its two circular faces. Now, if we see a cylinder, it has two circular faces. According to the question, area of these two faces, 3 times of sum of these two is equal to its circular faces is twice the area of curved surface. Okay, so let us see how to solve. So first of all, here h is equal to 10.5 meters. Okay, now it is given 3 times sum of areas of the circular faces. That means pi r square plus pi r square. Sum of the areas of the circular faces is equal to twice the area of curved surface, twice the area of this curved surface. Okay, it is equal to twice the area of curved surface is 2 pi r h. So this is the next information we have given. And what we have to find? Volume. So to get the volume of the cylinder, we need its radius and height. Height is given directly. Radius we have to obtain with the help of this uh, relation. So here we will get 3 into 2 pi r square is equal to 4 pi r h. So this gives you 6 pi r square is equal to 4 pi r h. Okay, so pi and pi I can cancel directly. Okay, I need to find r, so I can write one thing more I can do. This r and this r is cancelled, so here it is 6r is equal to 4h. Okay, so 6r is equal to 4 and h is 10.5. Therefore, this r is equal to 4 multiplied by 10.5 divided by 6. So 2 to the 4, 2 3s are 6. So here I will get 10.5 into 2, that is 21 upon 3. So ultimately it is 7 meters. Okay, and h is already given. So now I have both the dimension. It's very easy to get the volume. So now volume is equal to pi r square h. So volume is equal to, I'm keeping pi as it is. Okay, no issues. 22 upon 7. R is 7. 7 into 7. H is 10.5. Therefore, volume is equal to this 22 point, 22 into 7, that is 150. The product is going to give you the volume. So that okay, that will be the volume. So multiply these two and get your final answer. Okay, so this is 1617 meter cube. That is the final answer. So please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, so next question I'm taking from exercise 16.2, page 813, question 5. Okay, better to take question number 4. The ratio of radii of the ratio of radii of the basis of two right circular cylinders of same height of same height is of same height is 2 is to 5 is 2 is to 5. Find the ratio of their volumes. Find the ratio of their volumes. Okay, so let us see how to solve this question. See, whenever it is given ratio, then questions are very easy. No need to calculate the volumes and whatever they are asking there. Simply what we have to do, let us see. See, there are two circular cylinders, heights are same, the radii is 2 is to 5. We have to find the ratio of their. Suppose radii of the bases of the cylinders are R1 and R2 respectively. Also say their heights are h, because both have same heights. Okay, now we have now uh, we have R1 is to R2 is equal to 2 is to 5. Okay, what we need to find is ratio of their volumes. Okay, so now what we have to find V1 upon V2. V1 upon V2. Now, volume of cylinder is pi R square H. So, pi R1 square H upon pi R2 square H. Okay, so V1 upon V2 is equal to pi and pi I can cancel. Here I can also cancel H and H. So here R1 upon R2 whole square, that I can write. Okay, therefore V1 upon V2. Now R1 upon R2. See, we have R1 R2. Therefore, I can say I have R1 upon R2 is equal to 2 upon 5. So here R1 upon R2 can be replaced by 2 upon 5 whole square. Therefore, V1 upon V2 is equal to 2 square upon 5 square. Okay. Therefore, I can say V1 upon V2 is equal to 4 upon 25. So, actually, what was asked? V1 is to V2. So, V1 is to V2 is equal to 4 is to 25. So, generally, you get this type of question in MCQ parts, but if you get this type of question in subjective part, this is the way to write. So, volumes of ratio of the volumes are V1 is to V2 is 4 is to 25. So, please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, so this is the next question. Okay, it is given the thickness of a hollow wooden cylinder is 2 centimeters. So here they are discussing about a hollow cylinder. Okay, so this is something like hollow cylinder. Okay, this is something like a hollow cylinder. Okay, it is given that its thickness is 2 centimeter. That means this much is 2 centimeter thickness. Also, its height is given, that is 35 centimeter. Okay, and its inner radius is given. That means this inner radius is given. So, as inner radius is given, thickness is given, we can find its external radius. Now, what we have to find volume of the wood required to make the cylinder, assuming it is open at either end. Okay, so simply we have to apply the formula to find the volume of a hollow cylinder. So here we have here thickness is equal to 2 centimeter. Okay, h is equal to 35 centimeter. Internal radius, internal radius small r is equal to 12 centimeter, and outer radius, that is capital R, is equal to capital R is equal to 12 plus 2, that is 14 centimeter. So here we have thickness, internal radius, external radius. Simply now we have to apply the volumes formula. Now volume of wood required is equal to pi capital R square minus small r square into h. So 22 upon 7, capital R is 14, 14 small r is 12. So therefore volume is equal to 22 upon 7. Now over here I can apply the identity a square minus b square. So 14 plus 12 into 14 minus 12 into 35. I can cancel this 35 with this. So therefore I have volume is equal to 25. Okay, so 2 5s are 10. So here volume is 22 into 260. Okay, so please note it down. Then I will give you the final answer. Okay, so here final answer is 5720, and its volume dimensions are in centimeter. So this is centimeter cube. Okay, so this is the next question taken from page 813, question number 7, exercise 16.2 only. Okay, so question is, a cylindrical road roller made is 1 meter wide. Okay, so if I assume this is the road roller and it's given this is 1 meter wide, so in terms of cylinder, actually this is the height of the cylinder or height of the roller, that is 1 meter. Now its inner diameter is 54 centimeter. Inner diameter is given, so we can find inner radius. And thickness of the iron sheet rolled on the road roller is 9 centimeter. Okay, that means thickness is given, internal radius is given. So we can find external radius. Ultimately what we have to find, weight of the roller. If 1 cubic centimeter of the iron weighs 9 8 gram. So first of all we have to find the volume in cubic centimeter. For example, we got 8 cubic centimeter. So 8 multiplied by 8, that will be the its total weight. So here what we have, here we have uh, h is equal to 1 meter, that is 100 centimeter. Okay, I'm converting all the dimensions into centimeter because over here it is given uh, weight of 1 cubic centimeter is given. So I'll try to find the volume into cubic centimeter. So height is 100 centimeter. Now small r is equal to 54 upon 2, that is 27 centimeter. Capital R is equal to 27 plus thickness, that is uh, thickness is 9 centimeter, so 36 centimeter. Okay, also, so now we can find volume. So now volume is equal to pi capital R square minus small r square into h. Therefore volume is equal to, now here okay, 22 by 7, so r square minus r square, height is in, okay, so here I'm taking pi as 3.14, capital R is 36, so 36 square minus 27 square into h, that is 100. Therefore volume is equal to V into 3.14 multiplied by 36 plus 27 into 36 minus 27 multiplied by 100. Okay, so this gives you first volume, and after finding the volume we can find its weight. So therefore V is equal to 3.14 into 100, that is 314 multiplied by 63. Okay, 63. So here still, if even if I take pi equal to 22 by 7, it is possible to cut it. Okay, but as I took this, so let it be like that only, and this is 9. Okay, so product of these three gives you the volume into volume in centimeter cubes, and after finding volume we'll find its weight. So note it down up to this point as well as calculate this part, and then I will give you the further solution. Okay, so this V is 178028 centimeter cube. Okay, this is the volume. Now after getting volume, just you have to multiply by 8 to get the value of its weight. Okay, now weight of, or simply weight 8, because it is given weight of 1 centimeter cube is 8 grams. So weight of that much centimeter cube will be this much multiplied by 8. Much gram, or 1424.304 kg. To convert it, you have to by 1000. So this much gram is the weight of the ruler. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, so this is the next question. And same exercise 16.2, page 814, question number 4. Water flows through a circular pipe. Circular pipe, that means they are talking about a cylindrical pipe in this way. From this, water is flowing out. Okay. At the rate of 6 meter per second. That means if we assume that this is the length of the pipe, so the water droplet that starts from this takes 1 second to travel 6 meters. Now this pipe this water is collected into another cylindrical tank. Okay, there is one more cylindrical tank whose radius is given. So we have to find how much, but obviously the water is coming into this tank, so its height will rise. Definitely, its height will rise. So we have to find in 30 minutes what will be the height of the water, or what will be the rise in the water. So we can say the water coming out of this pipe in 30 minutes, coming out of this pipe in 30 minutes should be equal to the water in the tank in 30 minutes after 30 minutes. So these two volumes, if we compare, we can find the height. Now for this pipe, if I say radius is small r, height is small h, for this radius is capital R, height is capital H. So unless we do not have these radius and height for these two, this pipe as well as this cylinder, it is not possible to compare their height. Now this height we have to obtain, so we'll get it. Now we need radius of this cylinder, that is given 60 centimeters. Now if we talk about this pipe, what is the radius? It is given, so radius is given. Okay, one thing more, this is in centimeters, so we will get this in into centimeter. This r is also into centimeters. Now what about height? Height, or the height of this pipe is not given, or the length of this pipe is not given, but it is given the water is flowing out from it with this speed. So, and we have to find that how much distance water will travel before falling into the tank. So that distance can be find with this formula: speed is equal to distance upon time. So time is equal to speed into distance. Speed is given 6 meter per second. As much is, this is in centimeter, this also in centimeter, so instead of meter per second I will say 600 meter per second. Okay. Now one thing more, time, this is in minutes, so I have to convert this minute into as well as seconds in this way. So in this way I will get the distance traveled by the water before falling into the tank, and that distance will be actually the length of the pipe. That means height of the pipe. So then we can compare the volumes. Okay, so first of all, here I do write, or L, R and H for the pipe and the for the cylinder, and then we'll compare the volume. So here for cylindrical, tank, R is equal to 60 centimeter. Okay. Now for pipe that is also cylindrical, R is equal to 2 upon 2, that is 1 centimeter. Okay, now speed of water. Now speed of water, speed of water in the pipe, in the pipe is 6 meter per second, that is 600 meter per, sorry, 600 centimeter per second. Now now we'll find the height of the pipe, that is the distance traveled by the water before falling into the tank. Now height of the pipe, that is small h, is the distance traveled, distance traveled by water before into the tank. Okay, that is the height of the pipe. Therefore I can say h is equal to, now with the help of speed is equal to distance upon time, distance is equal to speed into time. So h is equal to speed multiplied by time. Therefore h is equal to, speed is 600 and time is, see, 60 minutes is equal to um, or 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Okay, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, so 30 minutes is equal to 30 into 60 seconds. Okay, this is the time in seconds, and this was h was 600 meter per second multiplied by, okay, so this gives you the h. Therefore h is equal to, I can say, uh, 6 into 6 into 6 into those 1 2 3 4 zeros, this much, or h is equal to 6 into 1 centimeters. Okay, here it is centimeters. Okay, so here we obtain the height of the pipe. So we have h of the pipe, we have r of the pipe, we have r of the cylinder. Now just by comparing the volume, we'll be able to get the value of h that we have to find. So now, okay, now by h centimeters tank in 30 minutes. Okay, therefore I can say of volume of water be equal to volume of water in the tank. Okay, so note it down up to this point. Just now we have to put the formulas, and then we'll be able to get the values of unknown. So note it down up to this point. Okay, so let's see how to solve it further. Okay, so what I need, small h, okay, capital H I have to find, capital R. So capital R I am writing over here 60. Okay, so and small r is 1. So after that, therefore I can say pi r square h is equal to pi capital R square h. Pi and pi I can cancel directly. Small r, that is 1. So 1 into 1. Small h is 1080000, or better to write, if I write this 6 into 6 into 3 into 10,000 multiplied, sorry, is equal to capital R, that is 60. Okay, 60 multiplied by 60 and capital H, that I have to obtain. So I kept all the values. Now simply I have to get the value of unknown, that is capital H. Therefore I can say uh, capital H is equal to 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 3 multiplied by this divided by 60 into 60. So here capital H is equal to 0.0000666 300 300 centimeter, or I can say H is equal to 3 meters. So please note down this remaining portion and then we will see the next question. Okay, next question I am taking from page number 814, 16.2, question number 15. The capacity of a closed vessel, the capacity of a closed vessel of height 1 meter, of of height 1 meter is 15.4 liters. 15.4 liters. Okay, 15.4 liters. How many square meters of meters of metal sheet would be needed, metal sheet would be needed to make it, to make it. Okay, the capacity of closed cylindrical vessel. Okay, here closed cylindrical vessel of height 1 meter is this much. So here height is given. We can say height of the closed cylindrical vessel is given. Okay, as well as volume is given, but it is in liters. We have to find how many square meter of metal sheet would be needed to make. That means, in short, we can say volume and height is given. We have to find the total surface area of the cylindrical vessel. Now, to get the total surface area, we need radius. So, with the help of the given information, we'll find the radius and then we go for the TSA. Think of that how you will find this, and then I will give you its solution. Okay, so very first, this liters we have to convert into meter cubes. Okay, so let us see its solution. Okay, here we have um, here H is equal to 1 meter. Okay, volume is 15.4 liters. Okay, now you must know the relation between liters and meter cube. See, 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. Okay, now you might get confused that meter and liters, how we can meter generally we use to measure the length, liter generally we use to measure the quantity of the liquids. So how we can compare these two, how we can take these two. See, suppose you have a vessel, or suppose there is a tank whose length is 1 meter, whose breadth is 1 meter, and whose height is 1 meter. Then it can hold 1000 liters of liquid. That's why we'll say 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. So here I have 1000 liters is equal to 1 meter cube. So 1 liter is equal to 1 upon 1000 meter cube, and hence here it is 15.4 liters, so I can say 15.4 upon 1000 meter cube. So this gives me the volume into meter cubes. Okay, using this relation, 1 liter is equal to 1000, 1 upon 1000 meter cube. Okay, now I will compare, but okay, now according to formula, volume is pi r square h, that is 15.4 upon 1000. So here value of h we have, so we'll get the value of r. So this is 22 upon 7 into r square, and h is 1, is equal to 154 upon 10,000. So ultimately I will get r square is equal to 154 into 7 upon 22 into 10,000. Okay, therefore r square is equal to, now we can cancel. See, this is divisible by 11. So r square we have 7 into 7 upon 100 into 100. 10,000 I wrote in this way. So r is equal to 7 upon 100, that is in meters. Okay, so now I can convert into centimeter as well. So I can say r is equal to 7 centimeters. So now I got the value of r. Now what actually I have to find, how many square meter of metal sheet is required to make it. That means now I need TSA. So now total surface area is equal to 2 pi r plus, so 2 into 22 upon 7 into r, that is 7, into r, that is 7, plus right 1 or 100. Here I will write 100. Why? See, here I took r in centimeters, so I have to write h again into centimeters. H is in meters, so in centimeters this will be this 7 and 7 I can cancel out. So here 44 multiplied by 107, that will be the final answer. So note it down up to this point. Also calculate this multiplication, and then I will give you the final answer. This is centimeter square. But if you read the question properly, how many square meters are required? So uh, TSA is equal to, in that case, 0.4 by 10,000. So this is the final answer. Okay. Next question that I'm taking from same exercise, page 814, question number 17th. Okay, question is, a solid cylinder has a solid cylinder has a total surface area, a total surface area of 231 centimeter square. Its curved surface area, its curved surface area is 2 by 3 of the total surface area. Find the volume of the cylinder. Find the volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder. Okay, so here relation between TSA and CSA is given, as well as TSA is. Cylinder has total surface area of this. Its CSA is that much of TSA, so we have to find volume. So to get the volume, what we need? Radius and height both. So let us see how to solve this. Okay, so TSA is given 231, and according to formula, TSA is 2 pi r plus h, that is equal to 231. That is the first information that we have. Okay, now it is also given that TSA, CSA is equal to 2/3 of 2/3 of TSA. So I can say CSA is equal to 2 by 3 multiplied by total curved surface area, sorry, total surface area, that is 231. Now CSA is 2 pi RH, isn't it? Curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi RH. Now if you simplify this, 2 multiplied by this. Now the R into H is equal to 2 into 77. So this 2 and 2 I can cancel out. So I will get 7 into 7 upon 22. So that is 49 upon 2. That is the value of R multiplied by H. Okay, this is the first thing or the first relation we got between R and H, or we can say R is equal to 49 upon 2H. Okay, um, now again see TSA is 231. Okay, again from here I can say TSA is equal to 231. That is, now TSA can be written as CSA plus 2 pi r square, isn't it? 2 pi r square plus 2 pi rh. So I can say uh, mm, TSA can be written as CSA plus 2 pi r square, that is equal to 231. Now curved surface area, from here if I curve surface area, see this 77 into CSA, value of CSA is, from here if I say CSA, that is 2 into 77, that is the CSA. Okay, let me write this so that better. Okay, CSA equal to 2 into 77. So I can write 2 into 77 plus 2 pi r square is equal to 231. Okay, plus 2 pi r square is equal to 231. Here I can write from first, okay, from 1, CSA is equal to, so on solving this I'll get 2 pi r square is equal to 231 minus 154. Okay, so I can write 2 pi, or here I can put the value of pi as well, 22 upon 7 into r square is equal to, okay, so here I can say r square is equal to 77 multiplied by 7 upon 2 into 22. So this gives me the value of r. Okay, 11 2s are 11 7s are. So r square is equal to 49 upon 4. So ultimately here I will get r is equal to 7 upon 2 centimeter. Okay, so this gave me the value of r. Now find volume, and to get the volume I need h as well. Now if I say this is equation number 2, so if I put value of r over here, I'll get the value of h. Okay, so here I'm sorry for now, put r is equal to 7 by 2 in, so 7 by 2 multiplied by h is equal to 49 by 2. So this 2 and 2 cancel out. 49 upon 7, that is 7. So value of h is 7 centimeters. So here I got the value of r as well as value of h. Now simply I have to find the volume. So okay, this is the closed cylindrical tank. Okay, a solid cylinder has a total surface area solid. Okay, so pi r square h simply. Therefore, uh, now pi is 22 upon 7, radius is 7 by 2, and h is again 7. So on calculation, see, I can cancel this 7 with this 7, this 2 with this 11. So here I can say 11 into 7, that is 7 multiplied by 7 divided by 2. It gives you the final value of the volume. So I okay, so this is the final answer. Please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, if you convert into decimal, you will get 269.5 centimeter cube because it's a volume. Okay, so we'll see next question, that is again from same exercise, same page. Question number 20. Two, sorry, the curved surface area, the curved surface area of a cylindrical pillar of a cylindrical pillar is 264 meter square and its volume is and and its volume is 924 meter cube. Find the diameter, find the diameter and the volume, sorry, and the height of the pillar. Find the diameter and the height of the pillar. Okay, two things you have to find. One is the height, another one is the radius. See, till now we saw the question in which radius and height were be given to you, and we used to find either CSA or TSA or volume. over here CSA is given, curved surface area and the volume is given. Let us see how to solve this. Okay, suppose radius and the height of the cylindrical R, R and H respectively are meters and H meters respectively. Okay. Curved surface area is given. So now CSA is equal to 264. Therefore, 2 pi RH is equal to 264. Okay. Also, also volume is volume is 294. Sorry, 924. Volume is 924. Okay, volume is 924 meter cube. Therefore, I can say I have pi r square h is equal to 924. Now, using these two, you have to find the value of radius and height. At the radius, it is easy to get the diameter. So, think how you solve this. See, suppose this is equation number 1 and say this is equation number 2. Now, see, there are different ways, but easiest way that if I divide equation 1 by equation 2, that means simply I divide these two. So pi and pi will cancel out, h and h will cancel out, and one r will cancel out with this r, and easily I will get the value of r. And by putting that value of r in either of the equation, it is easy to get the value of h. So here I do write now on dividing equation 2 by equation 1 we get. Okay, so let us see what we will get. uh, Pi r square h is equal to 924 divided by 2 2 pi r h is equal to 264. So h and h cancel, pi and pi cancel, r and r cancel. So here I will get r by 2, and over here definitely both are divisible by 2. As first divided by okay, so on 2 is equal. Now I 2. Okay, so here r is equal. So here I got the value of r. Now I will put this value of r equation 1, equation 2. So now actually what I did, in first, equal to 7 in equation number 1. Two 264. So this and cancel out. I can so this I can is 132 upon 22. Finally here I will get h. I can cancel by 11. So h is equal to 6 meters. So here I got r and here I got h. So this is the final answer. So please note it down. Okay, so that is all about this lecture as well as this chapter. Now in next lecture we'll start new chapter, that is surface area and volume of a right circular cone. Okay, so till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at